take a little bit of video record to show this. Okay, so this one we can start to draw it. When we want to draw accurately, very simple trick, only one trick I probably would say is just the measure the middle, okay? So to arrange your painting, your any drawing that you want to copy. Okay, first use pencil on your canvas. Okay, yeah, here. So you can see. Okay, let me see. Okay. So let's just get your pencil here together. So I would like to measure where's middle because it is very easy to orient yourself. So this is the middle. The top, let's just do a top first. This top you want to be somewhere here. You want leave a little distance from the top and then measure your middle, okay? This middle, where's the middle on your canvas? So remember this trick is working all the time. So this is the middle. That means the mouth is supposed to be on here, right? So that's easy to understand, right? So that is the middle of canvas, middle of the original painting you measured. That give you a big reference point, so you can just go over. And then that's the mustache, the bottom of the mustache over here from the middle. Okay, if that is here and then a little bit lower than that, and this will be the head size. Okay, and then you can do the circle of the head. Okay. By the way, I just repeating what I'm doing is do outline first, not do individual detail first. Okay. And then you can do the head. Try to be covering the whole thing by looking at the original. Okay. And then there's your like the shoulder, and the shoulder will be yeah, that's another way to look at things. See, there's something like this kind of area. Okay, and if you can create that kind of area, that means you're right. So that's why you can double check if you're doing right. Okay, this one is supposed to be, I'm doing right here. Sometimes when you do something here, you are unnoticed, you're doing wrong. But when you check this shape with this, you can correct yourself. Okay, so that's some kind of trick. You always look at it. Even for myself or other artists, they are good looking at things accurately, but still need to like confirm. All right, okay, this side and the other side. Yeah, and if for doing smaller zoom in to the head, we also use the same technique. Practice again. What's the middle of the face? Okay, the middle of the face will be the bottom of the eye. So let's do that middle line of the face. So remember this trick you can do anywhere, okay, anything in the future. Okay, it works all the time. And then let's just do a axis of here for the nose, okay? Roughly like that, because you will line up the nose and the mouth, okay, all according to the center line, and the eyes, okay, the two eyes on two sides. Without the center line, you probably make a nose here and mouth here or something. Yeah, you won't, I know. Yeah, make that line first. And yeah, I'm just slowing down, just make sure you know you learned this technique thoroughly, okay? Yeah, and then the other part, easier. For the body, for the shirt, um, easier. You can just try your best to do quickly, that's fine. Because the focal point is the face. So when we draw other part, we draw roughly, okay? We don't have to be focused or spend a long time. We spend most of time on the face, okay? Because that's focal point. If we do everywhere, for example, if we do other part very carefully, and we will make it more like too much detailed, and people will have attention to something else. So that is wrong. If that is, if you don't have to do other part carefully, use a lazy way to do other part, that'll be right. Okay, just cut a little bit overall. And the eyes actually, look at, actually I'm making mistake. I was measured the bottom of the eyes should be on this line, but I'm drawing this. Actually, I corrected. Just erase that. The bottom, yeah, that's the center, and the bottom will be on this line. So we just move a little bit. Yeah. Just draw a little bit leaning leaf side shape. And come down to this here, the side. So just drawing some most important part. Other detail, forget about it. And that's the eyebrows. And this is the cheek. Okay. And down like this. So you can take a look at both, okay? And this side, I just cover the big thing I can see to position things now. Because once position, especially for face, if anything wrong, or won't look like a him, doesn't be the same. So I am trying my best to do the same. This one is a little bit lower, so I'm coming a little bit lower on the line. This eye. Okay. And double check your distance between the two eyes. Okay. Take a look at your two eyes. Sometimes you will make little bit too long or too short. So you double check where to check. This is the clue, okay? You can check it out. And another one, I would say the distance from the cheek and the nose tip over here. So that's another clue. And also, okay, let me do it later. Yeah, the reason I'm moving a little bit forward, see, I'm first drawing over here, then I move a little bit further here. The reason is I look at it, this area is kind of like this, right? And mine is a little bit wider, okay? It's kind of wider here. That's why I think I'm wrong immediately. Then I can move a little bit more. So you can, this area, something like this, it's always the trick to copy really well. Okay. Yeah, that one is easy so far. Okay. Okay. And the ear, it's under this line, right? If that is the middle line, this is the middle line, it's under that. Now you can see the middle line is so important. This one and this one. And this one actually. Later we'll draw mouth according to that. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Justin, you have questions?
No.
Okay. Yeah, just shout it out if you have any question, any of you. Um, yeah. Okay. So we will just actually drawing rough outline and leave the detail for the last stage. We even painted roughly with bigger brush, and the last stage we can just do the detail with smallest brush by the end to do the detail. So you don't have to draw anything detailed. So the eyebrows will be like that on one side, and another will be here. And you further check because the original, yeah, that's too small. Original have this kind of triangle. See that? That kind of triangle. You should know you create similar triangle. Okay. So you double check if you have the similar shape. Yeah. Some people said a copy is not a good thing, but copy sometimes is important too. Van Gogh actually copied a lot of things. He actually learned a lot from copying things. And also when we draw the landscape, we need to copy the nature. When we draw people's portraits, we need to copy the real thing. So this technique is also important. Okay. So the eyes location, you have to check the location, how far from the left corner and how much you leave the corner at the same with the original. That's something. Probably you can make your pencil sharpen a little bit sharpened for this little detail. Not necessarily to make this. I just want to make sure. I'm not so confident to leave that empty until the painting stage. Okay, I'm drawing the eyes here, and the black pupil inside there. Yeah, this is showing so far showing the emotion. It's then his connection to the next style in history. It's called expressionism. Expressionism is only the facial expression. Okay, so let's see if we can introduce that sometime later. And the overall direction of that. Okay. Be a little bit careful to finish this part because we want to be similar, right? We don't want to be too much off. So this stage need to be a little bit careful. Yeah, that's the most important part we have done. And yeah, okay. Yeah, just the make a little bit mustache texture to show the direction in the future you will paint. Okay. So yeah, if you finished, let me see how much I can help you to adjust a little bit. Yeah, I can still see some mistake I have done here, not perfect. Nobody will do perfectly the same. This need to be a little bit closer to the nose. See, the nose is this far from the side. I'm getting too far, a little bit too far. By the end, I made a better Van Gogh than the real one, the original one. All right, okay. Have you done, you can show me yours. So all others can probably take a look and see if you can help each other, or you can see others a little bit off or something, or some part. You will yourself cannot really see. You can take second eye to look at it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, who finished the face you can show on the screen? Okay, Ashley, you can turn this way. So,
It looks so scary.
yeah, so far the beginning, yeah, it's not. I don't know if you have done this mouth a little bit leaning to the right. Okay, he's unhappy a little bit like that. Okay, I think looks like you're going up a little or something, or leaning this way somehow. Yeah, it's leaning downward a little bit like that for the mouth. And the other part I see really good. I checked yours here, this area. I checked the mustache. Okay, that's all good. Yeah, the ear may a little bit taller than this. Okay, the highest point won't go over the middle line. I think it's under that. I I guess yours pretty tall, pretty high. And yeah, that's all about it. That will work. Actually, that will work very well. Yeah, so far doesn't look like anything. So don't give up. Um, I tell you a story about Kathy's brother, okay? Um, Kathy's brother, Richard, very, very nice guy. He actually learning drawing something he never done, a house. In the beginning, he has done some part, like what we are doing for the face. It was not good at all in the beginning, and he was trying to give up, throw that away. And actually, I said, could you just keep doing and finish? And he agreed. At that moment, I actually uh, took a picture of what his stage at that time. By the end, he finished the whole picture and he really loves it. He really think that's a really good result he accomplished. Then I gave him the picture in the middle way. He wanted to throw that away. Okay, and he thought, oh, that's interesting. He was thinking that's too bad at that moment, and the result is totally different.
What?
That means everything looks ugly or bad or something. That means you're in the middle of something. Okay, it doesn't mean the result will be good. Okay, so when Ashling says ugly, I feel mine is ugly too. But the end will be okay. So don't give up. Finish is your success. Okay, finish is your success. Okay. Angelina, how's your doing with that?
I'm like so sleep deprived.
Okay. I see this part. Okay, Justin's okay. Justin will be later. Okay, can because this is a little bit hard. Detailed. Ash, Angelina, this part you make it too wide. Yours is like bigger. Okay. The result won't be the same. Let's just try to be the same. Move a little bit and adjust a little bit. Okay, that part I can see. Can I see again anything else? A little bit off or not? Lower, lower. I couldn't see. Okay. The eyes is a little bit too big, as he doesn't have that beautiful eyes like that. Yours is more handsome than that. Um, and also check this is leaning a little bit, leaning this way. Okay, this is a bit leaning. The eyes yours is kind of like this, big eyes like this here, and another eyes is like here. So this eye need to move a little bit and smaller. like that. Okay. For Angelina. And the ear go lower, okay, go lower than that. Oopsie. Okay, and the face, this line actually nailed it to be like facing sideways. Yours more, the center is more here, I think, for Angelina. Yeah. You are a wonderful talent. You can do really accurate, but you still work on even more accurate, right? Okay, everybody's working on that. Good job. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, Justin. Now you can show yours. Okay. Justin, yours. Okay. Keep showing that. Yours also have problem with this one. This triangle. You check that is different shape. Yours is bigger, and also your same exactly the same problem with Angelina. This line will be this here, and yours is a little bit off here. Okay. And could you show me again? Yeah, the eye is a little bit lower. You all make more handsome. A little bit smaller. I mean, the eyes should be smaller and a little bit higher for Justin. Okay. Others are good. Okay. Rebecca, how's you're doing? Um, the eyes is a little bit low. Your eye probably is here. Okay, probably is here, and this eye is a little bit higher on than the other eye. Okay, that's one thing. And I see the angle is really good here, but just I think he's thinner. Okay, this one is leaning like more. You lean a little bit less here. Okay, it's like that. That makes the face a little wider. Okay, the whole face is a little wider, and your eye distance is a little bit wider here. Okay, this is a little bit wider. I think the location wise is pretty good. The eye's location, I think it's one is higher here, the other one is lower. I think it's pretty good. Okay. Just check the mouth and the nose, how far from the nose and how far from the bottom. Okay, I think this whole thing is a little bit narrow, just a little bit, very, very tiny. Okay. Okay, I can see a little bit. Check these things. Okay. All right. How's Kathy? Kathy, are you back here? Okay. Kathy, the first eye I think is good. Second eye, I would say get a little bit lower than that. Okay. This eye is a little bit lower. You make the eye a little bit higher, like here. Okay. Your eyes is here. I would say a lower and close to the middle a little bit. And also double check this triangle. Okay. This triangle. Okay, this triangle is pretty narrow. See, that's this kind of triangle, right? You can move the nose. You can move the nose a little bit further, and also look at this. This side, the to the edge of the hair is pretty long. You're too close, right? This is very long here. You probably just have little space like this. Okay, you just have a little space and yeah. So we can erase, but be aware we cannot erase a lot because there's hard to erase on canvas. Okay, and Alfred, how's your doing with the drawing so far? You can check back and forth all the time or what's the location and what kind of shape. You practice your eye, practice your observation scale. Alfred, are you here? Okay. Yeah, okay. You could put higher, a little bit closer. I see the top half is upper half is pretty good. Could you put a little bit higher, closer to the camera so I can see it a little closer? Um, a little bit higher, but uh, I think mostly accurate. You're a tiny bit higher, I think, the eyes. Okay. You're probably just a little bit higher than mine. A little bit higher. Yeah, somehow like that. Other part are all good, I think. Um, yeah, you up to you. You can adjust how you will adjust in the same way, similar way, simpler way. Okay, let's keep going to draw quickly about the clothes. Okay, the ear overall thing, yeah, a little bit. And his suit is kind of like, you can just roughly do that. This part you can do wrong, no problem at all. If you do wrong, it's still a shirt. So I'm not going to comment on that at all. Yeah. And also you pay attention to the shape you're making. Okay. See, this is kind of shape like that, and you're making the similar thing. Okay. Look like similar thing. It's kind of, you can always compare. See, this one is here, and you compare with that. It's kind of this big, right? You compare with this one. Um, Drawing, painting is all about comparison. The comparison scale is so important. Um, Interestingly, in my past in university, we have military training, and we the area, the military base, people, they said things very interesting. They said our school student and design students, they tend to be shooting the gun more accurate than other type of university students. And because we know how to compare, right? We compare the side of the target, and the middle, and we know how to shoot a little bit better. So you need to make comparison well. Okay. Yeah, I feel a little bit better on that side, so I cut a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that's all done, I think, for uh, the pencil drawing now. Yeah, only the necessary you can erase, necessary line you don't like, you can erase. But otherwise, they can be all covered by the paint later. So I just feel annoying for some of line. That's why I erase. Actually, it's not necessary. Okay, I think we have 20 minutes to paint for today. So just we can finish the background actually only. So you don't have to do a lot of paint on your board. So I get a little bit texture to help myself to understand. And again, the post-impressionism is not very 100% accurate. A little bit similar to himself, but he actually changed a little bit. Yeah, he can be a little bit creative for himself. Yeah, I just got these color. Okay, simple. This is actually not black, it's brown. You can just get a little bit of color like this. You don't need a whole lot because today we couldn't finish everything. Yeah, actually I used this little just to finish the whole thing. I think, except get a little bit more of this. Don't need a lot of this. Later I need a black color as well. That's brown here. Brown. Okay. And yeah, this is dark blue. That's like purplish blue kind of. Yeah, I didn't see ocean blue very much. That's why I choose this blue. So for the background, I just want to do the outline first. The overall shape, stuff like these ones, how that goes, how this goes, something like
Should I
that.
use a bristle brush or
Oh,
synthetic?
right. The brush I'm using, let me show you the brush. Just like this. It's kind of round brush and a little bit hard material.
So is it a bristle brush or
What's the bristle brush? Can you show me? I may
like
not know the word.
this is like bristle
No, that's
and like this is synthetic?
yeah, I would think use the pointy one. Yeah, the round brush. Don't use the one first you show me the
Does
flat.
this work?
Yeah, yeah, that one is awesome. Yeah, my brush is actually already dirty and didn't lack of good wash and very hard to control. Actually using the worst brush, I think you can do better. Um, the better brush is good too, but I just feel lazy to go downstairs to pick a better one. So then let's just do the line like continuous. Okay, you can stop, but it's whole line like this. Don't go this way. This is hard. It's not continuous. Okay, this doesn't look continuous. Okay, with the next one. Okay, it's no connection from the first and the second. Just go, go like that, or even the whole thing. Yeah, just mark those lines. Okay.
What if my canvas is like smaller?
The smaller you use smaller brush, right? You just use brush accordingly. So you take your own decision to use brush, not too big, not too small. Let's just get idea where it goes. Yeah, you can. I think Van Gogh was having fun to do the background. He changed the background like that. So I can't understand totally why he's doing that. What kind of idea thinking he is doing this for the background? But it's interesting. It's fun. Like a naughty kid would do whatever you want to do. Yeah. So change a little bit color. Just now I mixed blue and yellow a little bit green, turn a little bit green. I can tell somehow it's kind of green too here, there, okay. So I get this little bit green here. Another way I think you can how to draw this, you can just flat coloring the whole thing, and then on top of it, you can draw lighter color to do this swirl texture later on top of the background. but I think you can totally use my idea to do just keep doing this kind of texture, then you can fill in the whole piece background, no problem. Yeah, better you leave some texture, not the whole line. Okay, not the whole line. Should I be a little bit slower? Yeah, just keep going forward. Let's keep going forward to create the linear or the curve, and you can later go back to fill in. Yeah, and this area actually I feel like in the middle is a little brighter, shining area maybe. The brighter you can get a little bit white. It's kind of yellow or greenish. Get a little bit white will be brighter. Yeah, the result will be, let me fast forward to see what that will be like. Okay, see that the whole background will be like that.
So like there's not enough room in the for the background on my canvas.
Not enough room.
The back for background, like the brown part is just me sketching like the squirrels out, but like yeah, because it's acrylic, it's gonna be covered anyways.
Yeah,
So like yeah, there's like not like any room like here nor like here. So like
it's okay. It's okay. Um, yeah, in the beginning, actually, I thought of that. Actually, I myself, I pay attention to the distance from this side and distance from the other side. Okay, in the very early stage. Okay, then I purposely give a little bit space like that, and this is a little bit wider here. But okay, if you are, but next time if you pay attention to that, that'd be better. But now it should be okay if you are too close to the right side. Yeah, you don't have to be exactly the same for this. And then keep adding a little bit white to that. And fill in this area. You don't have to totally fill in. You just roughly still drawing the lines. You feel relaxed and good about it. Just do that. Leave everything rough. Don't fix one point and make your process so slow and too boring. Okay, you just finish and you can go back to fill these holes, the gaps. Okay, you leave the gap later, but you just have fun now to do the big scale. It doesn't matter if you leave a lot of gaps. Just to finish the bigger line first. And don't worry about the color. The color, you can always go back uh, to draw lighter color on top of it or darker color on top of it. So you can just try the first layer. And remember the transition, although it's not very textured background, but the transition is also pretty smooth from one area to another area. Okay, once I have this color and I have bluer color on here, I need transition also. Okay, I need transition from here to here too. So the transition technique or theory will be applicable for this one too. It doesn't mean you leave a border, a strong border there. The strong border feel weird. When he was painting, he has that in mind. Actually, he knows the close color has to be similar and not too much different. And the transition he made quite good. Yeah, when we paint something like that or even copy, we feel some little connection with the great artist. Some people, they even go to the exhibition center if there's a real painting exhibition. You can see some art students, they are just not live there, but stay there for a long time, just copying the one to feel about it. You cannot learn by just watching. You have to do it to feel about it, to really experience something, to really learn. Yeah, in the Claude Monet's exhibition that year, yeah, I was thinking, yeah, that'd be cool too, just doing some painting there. Got no chance. Too many people. Vancouver Art Gallery that time. Yeah, you can just do the rough and leave the gap, and later you use different thing to organize that a little further. So actually I feel like a little bit bluer, a little bit pure color. So pay attention to that. He didn't really get a pure color too much. Everything is pale, like a faded style, with more white. I think I use a little bit more white or a little bit mixing to make the color unpure. One thing is the background cannot be so outstanding to sending out. The focal point is the face, so the background need to be unpure a little bit. So use more, a little bit more white. Okay. As I mentioned, the white actually contain all kind of color, right? The rainbow effect. The light can turn to be so many colors. The white is unpure. The pure white is not pure. So still need to be organized. See this area and this area a little bit organized, so you can see the background is not messy. I still have somehow flow, okay, some kind of flowing, okay. I don't know. Yeah, we need to check. You can tell me why he's making flowing texture behind. Um, any better guessing? Okay. That's interesting. The flowing, even the starry night, everything is flowing. Feel not static, but it's kind of moving. Give some mobility to the still picture. Yeah, I still leave a lot of gaps and pay attention to the flow. I couldn't do very well at the flow. One thing is because my brush compared to the canvas is too big. He must use a smaller brush or use bigger canvas. So the line will be more finer line. So at this stage, we can fill in these gaps purposely. Again, you don't have to fill perfectly well. Just try to fill some uh, gap. You can go back to fill some gaps. Okay, I'll just stop here, and you can still share this screen. You can watch it and finish this background. I Yeah, up to here. So okay, we can go further next time. Still some more idea to do. Background is not that easy. And then we do I can stop here and you can just catch up to whatever I have here.